Watch out. Have you ever had locked on video? Well, it's kind of freaky, but it's easy to do. So we're gonna do that. There are better uses for it, but you know, I just had to do something. We're just jumping straight into this. Put your video down on your track. Make sure you have your marker over. Click on Fusion. Pop in here, click on Media 1, hit Shift, hit Spacebar to Tracker. Tracker, that will pop up this little green box. Move this green box to my big schnoz or whatever you want to have as your focal point. Put it on there. From here, you're going to track forward from current time. Always do from current. If you hit this track forward, it will go all the way back to the front and it will screw up. Track forward from current time. And it's going to slowly track through this. So we're going to stop there. Once it's done, go back to the very first that you tracked and then track backwards from this current frame. You can always start at the beginning and track forward and backwards. It all depends on your film and what you're doing. Once it's done, you'll have tracking points all the way through, and you'll notice you have a tiny little arrow here, but you'll see a tiny arrow going through. You can just slide through, making sure that little arrow, that little highlighter is where you want it to be or something. If you see it's not in the right spot, move it on whatever frame. You can shift frames this way. This is if you want to check it. Most of the time these tracks do pretty well, especially since they're so slow. If you don't get a good track, you can always go back to your media in, shift, do a color curves, and then increase the brightness on it. And generally that will give you enough contrast so that your track works better. It's just a little tip. Once you're done with the track, you can delete the color curves and you're still left with your good track. So once again, all you're doing is just tracking one point and you want it to be all on your face. Good job. Now from there, you're going to go up to Operation, click Operation. You're going to move down to Match Move, and you want your merge to be BG only, BG only. So from that, you're going to get a very slow playback, or in my case, it's slow playback. You'll see everything moves around and you get this little gray area or whatnot. Now, since you have your track, your BG only, limited, blah, 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 leave all the other settings alone, go back to here, and all you need to do is increase your zoom. If you don't increase your zoom, you will get this, which moves everything around. But since I'm shooting in 4:3 format, I have a lot of space to go, which means I can go up to 1.7. You want to go high enough so that none of the gray spots end up showing on the side. So whenever I did like 1.35 or whatever, I end up with this black area that pops up on the side. Don't do that. Go big enough. So in this case, 1.7 is mine. You can adjust for that by using different framing and whatnot. But that's all you need to do. And you'll notice it's locked onto my freaking nose, which I have a big honker. But you know, that's all. Where everyone's different. It's cool. It's cool. And then from there, you can just watch out and get everything in and have a pretty fun video. Something to mess around with. Just little differences. You know how it goes. And that's going to do it. This is your DaVinci Resolve 18 tutorial on how to do that little pretty cool lock. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thank you so much. Happy New Year and Happy New everything. Y'all take care.